buddy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Harukaze Mound chapters 7 through 12. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content. Hi, Kitty. Whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which today we're covering Witch Watch and Gachikuta. And we're also covering Togenanki and the second seasons of My Dress Up Darling and Dan to Dan. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So we got a lot of content for Harukaze Mound today, and I think this is like the last of the new series that we're extremely behind on, that we're at least covering anyway. So let's get into chapter 7 first, see what's in store for us today. So we're going into the 7th inning here. Do you know why the 7th inning is called the lucky inning? Because the pitcher's stamina gauge runs down, and the batters have gotten used to him shifting the momentum of the game. What's stamina gauge? We start this at bat at the top of the lineup, so let's get out there and score. And this chapter is titled Clutch Hitter. You bat, I'm ready. You bat ninth. Kikunaga, those two rarely talk. Why didn't you swing your first two at bats? If you don't swing, you'll never hit. Yeah, well, there weren't any good pitches. No, he pitched them right in the sweet spot. Let's let difficult pitches pass by and bang out the obvious strikes. That's an iron rule for good batters. Oh, really? I think I'm a good batter. Looks for the I think I'm a batter. Oh, sorry. I think I'm a batter. Sorry. I think a good batter looks for the types he likes and doesn't let her get away. What's he talking about? That scum makes no sense. He's more combative than argumentative. Well, their pitcher's best pitch is his split finger fastball. He grips it with split fingers, which is tiring, and he never gets a break by allowing grounders like Nagiharu. Aim for rising fastballs. Ooh, ball 4. Well, lucky me. He hit in a walk. Our cleanup hitters are coming out with no outs, and runners on first and second base. This is our chance to score. All right, let's see. Batting third, Kengo Yanagi. Let's see. Batter out. Ooh, this guy really is the future ace of Shisen Gakusha. Batting fourth, Ibuki Hayama. This late in the game, he's upped his game. So this is Kosuke Sakuma, Shisen Gakusha, second year. We are getting aura. Thank you. Thank you for giving us aura. This is what I like to see. All right, let's see. The team goal was for me to just throw deep into the game, but I can't let a bunch of first years score. The heck with pacing. This is that idiot Ataru's fault. Why are we playing a practice game against some no-name school? Is he dissing me? Never look down at a team that's been a Koshin. Woo, batter out. That was faster than the first pitch. Is he trying to end this game now? Instead of high pitches, he's throwing inside. That's some coaching class hurling. We've got 2 outs. Who's our next batter? All right, let's let's see what Satomi is going to do. This batter's been holding back, but he's giving off a vibe, but I don't care who's at the plate. I'm locking this down like it's an official game. Strike! That was even faster. Strike! Doesn't he get it? Their pitcher's setting him up for a splitter. This inning is effectively your last chance, and this pitch is gonna kill it by dropping from a strike to a ball. A splitter. This is it. My finest moment of the... He's swinging. At last, just my type. Dude, how the sun is reflected in the helmet as well as the sky. Beautiful touch. Beautiful touch. Satomi, he turned the tables with a 3-run homer! Yeah! He laid it to a low ball. That was my best. I gave it everything I had, but he was waiting for that? Satomi's instincts are totally whack. Fucking uses whack anymore. He ignores strikes and crushes hard pitches and has a way of stealing the spotlight. It's a natural instinct, so he's impossible to read. The unpredictable clutch hitter. Yep. His flippant personality throws people off, but one thing's for certain. Against challenging opponents, his unpredictability makes him a wild card. Yeah, I agree with that. So tell me, that was awesome! I got lucky with an easy pitch. I don't think so. Let difficult pitches pass by and bang out the obvious strikes. Kikunaga, nice hit. Yeah! Ibuki, stop gritting. Ibuki, you were right. Baseball should be about all kinds of players battling it out. Hina-High really does have variety, but more runs won't come easy because here comes their true ace. Oh, here we go. Tetsuo suppressed Hina-High's batters and the 7th inning ended. Top of the 8th, here we go. So the score is 3-2. Hina-High leads by 1 run as Shisen Gakusha enters its 4th time through the batting order. Nagiharu stares down Ataru. It's their 4th confrontation. Alright, let's see. We're at chapter 8 here, which is titled Haru's Proof. Here we go. No outs, a runner on second. One hit could even it up, and a homer could flip the script. I have to shut down Ataru. Yes, that's the right pitch. Outside and low. Woo! Foul! Oh, that was close. If it hadn't crossed the right field line, that would have been an extra base hit. Ataru is completely adjusted to low pitches by his fourth at bat. His long reach allows him to swing at outside pitches. It stings that a new team took the lead, but there's no need to worry. Ataru actually grinds harder than anyone else and trains via participation in the decathlon. He could be showy, but everyone recognizes his talent. He's Shisen Gakusha's top hitter, so he'll get a hit. Ball too. Ooh, he got a good eye for pitches too. Nagiharu's not bad on the mound. He's keeping his pitches low, but I've already adapted. Ooh, okay, so now we're getting something here. I know this manga is not gonna... I have to keep telling myself as I'm going through this. It's like that this manga art will never be bungo. I still have to read the other one in Manga Plus. Or the Jump Plus / Manga Plus exclusive. I have to read that one. There's a couple in there I need to read still, but nothing is gonna top bungo. Nothing. Bungo is just that baseball manga that is a freaking masterpiece, especially when it comes to the art. But this is good. This is decent. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Or let me read this again. Whenever he throws in the strike zone, I'll smash it. I'm liking that we are getting some metaphorical art, though. Thank you. That's for a baseball manga. This is what I want. I want metaphorical art, and I want like aura and shit like that, obviously. And I want fluid movement. I can't stand when we get when we're in a sports series, covering a sports series, and it's stiffer than hell. It drives me nuts. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike, and Ataru is adapting to Nagiharu's submarine pitching. Ibuki, actually, the situation is not so bad. After all, I already knew Ataru was dangerous. This is the crucial pitch, Nagiharu. Ataru relies... Okay, here's the flashback. Here we go. Ataru relies on sensory input, athletic ability, and reflexes, so he's good at hitting pitches around eye level. But that means, yeah, there's a high risk that it'll hit your rising slider if you use it too much. My deadliest weapon? Calm down. Pitch selection isn't about individual pitches. It determines a sequence that tells a story. I can't understand him again. Yeah, he's like that. You two are so irritating. A catcher is like a script writer. I like this. He writes it by hand. He considers the structure of the whole game, drops in some foreshadowing, and completes a story that foils his opponents. A lead is a dramatic device, and the pitcher's the star. Early in this game, you'll save your rising pitches so they're effective later. I'll signal when it's time to unleash them. But nailing your high pitches after continually throwing low will be surprisingly hard. Like when you hit Wakamori. If you get jittery, you'll start throwing easy pitches. Nagiharu, everything rests on your mental focus and guts, so pitch with courage. Ibuki waits with his mitt ready, and that proves that he trusts me. Am I good enough for him? For everything he has built, for the team he assembled, for the path forward he laid for me? By the time the game ends, you'll realize Ibuki is still awesome. No, Ibuki's greatness won't be obvious by itself. There's one person who could prove how great he is, and that's me. Ataru has been focused on low outside pitches. This time it will appear to be the same, but it's an illusion. Okay. Low outside pitches burn into Ataru's eyes. His first three at bats, but from low to high and outside to inside, his pitch cuts diagonally across the zone. Okay. Rising slider. Okay. That hit the spot. That was thrilling, Nagiharu. Strike two. Ooh. What was that pitch? As it lifted, it curved. This was nice. I would say the only thing is I wish that the background for this pitch, for this rising slider, so that we could see it a little bit better, see the trajectory better, I wish it was black. Why wasn't it black? Because if you had that black background and it just showed with Nagiharu and Ataru being the only things that are in white, obviously, and also the baseball showing the trajectory of the ball, I think this would have been way more effective. It would have worked so much better. But the way that pitch looked, that trajectory was sick. Let's see. What was that? A breaking ball that floats? Why didn't you throw that before? Ataru missed by a mile. Keep calm. Ataru can still win this. However, that killer pitch is now etched into his mind, so don't give him time to think. Ooh, another pitch already? Which one is it? The low fastball or the rising slider? Why so hesitant, Ataru? Ooh. Let's get to chapter 9. Low and outside? And this chapter is titled Sink Your Teeth In. Curving, but it's not curving. But I was so worried about that breaking ball that I'm reacting late. I won't reach it in time. No one can reach that fastball. Even so, I would have stopped it. Even if I had to lunge and eat dirt, I would have stopped it. But you're short like me, so how can you be so confident? Who are you calling a shrimp? I never used that word. When I participated in under 12 play, I felt alone. Everyone was tall and skilled, but all I had was speed, so I felt so out of place. What if I continued to trail players my own age? I was worrying about it when a genius catcher found me. It really irks me how you give up and mope around because you're a good athlete. You gotta sink your teeth in, Ataru. Lots of kick-ass players our age make the sport fun. Even if we lose our way and get anxious or don't grow much, let's you and me keep up the fight. He was a phenom an under 12 leader, but I'm gonna grow. But he complimented me. He wanted to play baseball with me, and that made me happy. In middle school as well, we continued to keep in touch, but I contacted him less and less. Maybe I felt guilty about how I got taller and taller. I believed he was still working hard and dedicated myself to more than baseball. By the time I heard about the genius catcher who had vanished, my height was over 180 centimeters. I heard that he had quit senior ball due to an injury, and I began to pity him. Directing your call to voicemail. Yo, Ataru, long time no see. Soon after I entered Shisen Gakusha, he got in touch to request a practice game. I was shocked. I wanted to see how good he was now, and I wanted to show him how good I am now. Buki, I've been fighting this whole time because I believed what you told me. You're a good athlete. You gotta sink your teeth in. Gotta sink your teeth in, Ataru. Title of the chapter, haha. A one-handed hit? This will be even the score. Oh, nope. The rising slider usually gets the batter to whiff on the low outside pitch, but Ataru will sink his teeth into it, so shift toward first base. It was like just like Hayama said. Out! Way to go, Wakamori! You handled that perfectly. He actually seems happy. He totally had me pegged. Top of the 9th inning, so it's 2-3 still. In submarine pitching, the ball's release point is easy to see, making it weak against batters on the opposite side of the plate. But a rising ball that cuts near a right-handed batter's chest more than makes up for that weakness. It shuts down righties. They saved that pitch this whole time to throw it once in the 9th. They didn't want us to see it, huh? I can't believe it. That's one formidable battery. Hey, one more out and... Woo! Foul ball! A foul fly ball. A player I admire. Yes, there's one my age. He's a catcher who people used to call a genius. No, he suffered an injury, but I doubt he's given up baseball. At least that's what I believe. Even if he loses his way or gets anxious or gets injured, I'm sure that Ibuki will sink his teeth into the sport. Yeah! Yeah, they won! Out! Game over. There's one person who can prove how great we won. There's one person who can prove how great he is, and that's me. Ibuki, this isn't just about today or about the single victory. I'm going to keep proving across the whole stage of high school baseball that we're a killer combination and that you are an amazing catcher. Aww. Some switch just flipped inside of him again, and that is totally like him. That's right, we're just getting started. Their pitch sequence had us dancing to their tune. He's not rusty at all. That guy never quit fighting. Yep. Let's you and me keep up the fight. Yeah, you got that right. Thank you for a great game. My pleasure. It was a good experience for the boys. By the way, a school from another prefecture invited us to a practice game. Feel like taking our place? We have a scheduling conflict. What? Yeah, we feel like it. This game has already paid off. Ibuki, Nagiharu, Ataru, you were right, Nagiharu. Ibuki doesn't deserve pity. Yay! Thanks, Ataru. Were you two discussing my height? No. Ibuki, are you in touch with the other guys? I mean, the other members of the Golden Generation? I don't know how I feel about this. I know some people are probably going to be, annoyed that they won. Part of me is too, but... I think they still could have lost and still could have gotten the same result in terms of getting the practice game and getting all the other shit with the Golden Generation. I still think it could have happened. I do. So this kind of worries me. But this color page is nice. And this chapter is titled Good News. Am I in touch with the other guys in the Golden Generation? No, only you. Only me? I feel so special. What about, wasn't under 15 about 20 guys? Yeah, that's the whole team. But the Golden Generation tends to refer to the core members. Yeah, but it's obvious who belongs among the pitchers. People called them the Big Three. The Grim Reaper, Mei Kurobuchi, okay. The Professor, Ritsu Harui, and the Whiz Kid, Arashi Kokonoe, but then another name suddenly appeared during the 3rd year of middle school. The Nova, Harukaze Kazumi. So now it's the Big Four. Harukaze, you're related, huh? I suspected as much when I heard the name Kazumi. Yeah, we're twins. You were on the same under 15 team with him, right? Yeah, but he kind of blew me off. Well, that's easy to imagine. Everyone paid attention to him, but it's more like they were threatened by his talent. Well, the one we should worry about is Mei. His team is Shuzan High School, last year's champs from the East Tokyo district. I love the Grim Reaper over the school building. That is sick. If we don't beat them and their Grim Reaper, we'll never make it to Koshin. The same district has another member of the Golden Generation. And don't forget who you play today. The East Tokyo District Tournament is this July, and we're sure to clobber you in an official game. Oh, he's mad. He's right. The real showdown is this summer, and I have a promise to keep. So we can't lose. We may be a new team, but against Shisen Gakusha and Shuzan, we're going for the win. Aw, See ya, Ibuki. Keep sinking your teeth and until the next time we battle. Same goes for you, Ataru. Aww. Hey, Ibuki, you said I gunned down batters the first time they faced me, so the next time we play Ataru's team, the same strategy won't work. Well, that means I need to keep evolving. If I do that, I could keep evolving as a first-time killer, too. Nagiharu, there you go again. You got any ideas about that? I don't know if it'll work, but I do have a pitch I'd like to try. Only Ibuki noticed that pitching a winning game against a strong opponent inspired Nagiharu. I want to win again, to get even stronger. Well, get some rest. Okay. Alright, the next week, Hina High. Kengo, here for morning practice? Hey, Nagiharu. I've been wondering something. Is it true that you didn't throw submarine style until recently? Yeah, not until I met Ibuki last year. Then I totally changed my form. A drastic change, huh? There you are, boys. Here we go. I have 3 pieces of good news. In the wake of your victory, First Hina High's baseball team finally has a manager. Ooh, she's a first year. This is Shiori Yakogi, a manager, and she's a girl. They're thrilled. I love baseball. My big brother got me into it. I was so excited to hear my high school has a team. I'll do my best to be kind to me. Welcome to the team. They're super thrilled. Happy much? Yakogi's got skills. She helped her brother train. She's good at knocking out balls for fielding practice. Yeah, just a little. Wow. And now for the next bit of news. Whoa, they got uniforms. Uniforms. I dig the design. They stripped down. Now that we have proper uniforms, this feels like a proper team. You look good, fellas. Yeah, even the principal suited up. Everyone is overreacting. We still need to break these in. Well, shall we take a photo? Oh, he's joining? He's joining too? And I'll reveal the last bit of news. Shisen Gakusha helped us get a practice game against the champs in Chiba. It's next weekend. That means an away game outside the prefecture. We're spread beyond Tokyo. Kengo? Till then, hone your skills. Got that, Nagiharu? Master that new pitch you mentioned and try it on our next opponents. Will do. We'll keep improving until the summer. The next time we face Shisen, they'll be using their ace pitcher, and then their Shuzan, the champs. In order to reach Koshin, we'll need to trash these 2 teams. Hey, Ibuki, today Akaze is pitching against Shuzan. All right, here we go. Ooh, that Grim Reaper. I do not, I wish the cloak of the Grim Reaper when covered the whole back page. I think the proportions of this Grim Reaper are so bad. I am not sorry. First of all, this should be a double spread. This should be a spread. This should not be like one panel. This should be a spread. Also, because I think I think that's probably the biggest problem of this. But I think the skull of this Reaper is way too small. It's either, you know what? I think the biggest problem of this, besides the cloak not covering the full back page, is the hood of this Reaper is way too small. We should not be able to see the skull. This hood should be basically covering the skull. Also, there's this being able to see the arm. Yeah. I don't like this Reaper. The scythe looks sick. But this cloak is ass for this Reaper. This cloak is ass. This isn't I'm sorry, this is not a Reaper. This is not a Reaper. A slider, a sweeper? No wonder he's in the golden generation. I love Kurobuchi's design, though. Mei Kurobuchi just unleashed the Grim Reaper sight. I love this design. I love that we got the skull, next to him. I wish there was more aura going on here. I just feel like the proportion is so off. Like, I want to see, like, if you're telling me this is a Grim Reaper, like, I want to see, like, this aura kind of like the Grim Reaper, like, hovering over him or something. Like, it just does, it looks unfinished. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's unfinished. Alright, so this is the practice game, Hosenka Jitsugyo versus Shuzen High. That was crackling. Let me hit that curvy ball. Crackling like electricity? He's expressing his excitement, but never mind that. We can't let a first-year pitcher, that's a good... We can't let a first-year pitcher continue to have his way with us. Like I said, let me get a crack at him. I'll give him a taste of my shock. What the fuck is this? What? What does this shock even taste like? Ryusei, you're dumb, so pipe down. Let's see. Today we're testing the noobs. Why? Why are you using noobs? So restrain yourself, Ikazuchi. That's right, but let's take it up a notch. You can go all out, Harukaze. That means I can use that one pitch, right? Alright, let's get to chapter 11. Here we go. He's taking the mound. Let's see. Do you think Ayakaze can keep a lid on the Shuzen batting lineup? Ikazuchi, you've batted against Kazumi. What's he like? Watch and see. And this chapter is titled Choosing for Ourselves. A few days ago, I'd call that a double. Not bad, Kazumi. Not bad at all, but you gotta make it crackle. Dude, we got shitty on the face. But if you want me to believe that this is gonna be a crackle, I need a crackle. I need a snap. I need a pop. And I ain't getting that here. A few more centimeters inside would have thrown me off, but you weren't that bold. Your pitches lack passion. Passion? What does he mean? I think I know what Ikazuchi meant. You pitch like you're not totally invested. That's no way to pitch when the game's on the line, Ayakaze. The time of merely following your big brother has come to an end. If you don't overcome this, I can't use you in a crucial moment. It's true. It is true. I started playing ball and became a pitcher because I was following my brother. Shisen has been to Koshin. We're going to meet at Koshin. That's all. He's always been like this because he said in response to we beat Shisen Gakusha, he said great. That's all. He's always been like this, but is he low on energy because he doesn't like the dorm food? He's a picky guy. Hey, Aokaze, Nagiharu, why the call? No particular reason. How are you? I'm the same as usual. Really? Yeah, so if that's all, I'm going to bed. Remember when I said I wouldn't go to Hojutsu? I thought you'd be angry or say you wouldn't go either, but you didn't. Hojutsu has great facilities, and Coach Takamine is dedicated to helping pitchers grow. If I go there, I'll be able to improve. Ayakaze, I think you decided a long time ago that you would go to Hojutsu. We each went to the school where we thought we could grow the most, and we picked for ourselves. Yeah. You may not like the dorm food, but you'll get used to it. My big brother has perfect timing sometimes. Actually, the food is fine, so I'm good. I've just been under pressure. Coach Takamine, I'd like to try a certain pitch. Would you take a look? All right. He suggested it himself. You got guts to pick another showdown with me. Ikazuchi, you're probably a great batter, so you're perfect for practicing against. Woo! What's going on? You're on a Kazi Kazume. Let's get crackling. Show me you've got a will of your own. Not to be confused with the League of Our Own. Ayakaze demonstrated explosive growth in the third year of middle school and came here before facing any serious challenges. Pitching merely because you have talent is devoid of ego. He simply enjoyed pleasing those around him. However, at Hojutsu, he's up against the strongest class of monsters in high school, and that turns apathy into competitive drive. The first thing he began to crave was a weapon. The vertical slider, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. The spread for the vertical slider, this is what I wanted for this Reaper that we saw earlier. It needed that spread. It needed the spread so that that we could get the cloak like fully covering the background and have the hood so that the hood could be bigger and cover the skull better. so that you could have like the sleeves of the robe covering the arms. Yeah. But this bird, though. Yeah. The one on the far right where we're seeing the bird like come in and land, with the sun shining on it, that looked good. But the close up of this bird, wow. Yeah, those legs, like the proportions are so off. Those wings needed to be way bigger. I'm sorry, let me reword this. Way fuller, because you see it like on the like right before we get to the close up, how much fuller those wings are. Like, why aren't the wings fuller here? It looks like chicken wings, man. The fuck is this? The body looks fine. I think the main problem is the wings are like way too small. I think the wingspan is okay. I think it's just that there's not enough feathers. Like, the feathers should be going all the way down. Like, this hawk is ass. It curved. No, it dropped at that speed. It's a vertical slider. It's a slider that falls without losing speed. Even Shuzan swings and misses, just like Ikazuchi did. Just like Ikazuchi did. Next time I'll hit it. Breaking ball or whatever it is. It's a pitch packing willpower, so it gives me a jolt, Ayakaze. The time of merely following your big brother. No, Nakiharu provided the inspiration, but I made my own choice. That's true regarding my brother and everything I've done. I won't let anyone deny it, and I will continue to make my own decisions. I bet that's what my brother is doing too. I love this panel though, or this page of Ayakaze, where we kind of have like the wings coming off of his back. That's a nice touch. And the Hawkeye. Yes. Neither Ayakaze nor Mei surrendered any runs in 3 innings on the mound. And a third year named Goya came in late to win it for Hojitsu with the home run. Yeah, Ayakaze won. Game, Ayakaze. Mei. Goya's got some serious guns. I couldn't take him out. I'm glad your team isn't in my district. The district qualifier won't be easy either. Why not? Well, what's wrong? You should be happy. Yeah, but it's also frustrating. I can't let him show me up. A pitcher, and he's actually caught your interest? Yes, well, we're rivals. Aw, bothered me that I made him break his promise, but it looks like I had nothing to worry about. As I expected, the big-name schools are ramping up as summer approaches, and the golden generation is showing its stuff. Hojitsu is famous for its strong batters, but Shuzan held them to a low score. That means Hina High needs to improve its hitting. So for the away game in Chiba, we need him back on his game. Him? When I was in Little League, there was a batter I played against with an impressive swing. His batting was amazing, but the next time I saw him, he'd lost his swing, and I've been waiting ever since for Kengo Yanagi to make a comeback. Oh, so now we're getting to Kengo stuff. Alright. So I'm going to finish this. So we're on the last chapter of this live reaction. Oh my god, is this going to be under an hour? Whoa, we're only at a half hour? Alright. Okay, I thought this was going to be a longer live reaction than this. Alright. And I've been waiting ever since that for Kengo Yanagi to make a comeback. Hey Kengo, let's train together this morning. Nagiharu, sure, I don't mind. Hey Kengo, Nagiharu, let's eat lunch together. Alright. Hey Kengo, Kengo. Kengo is so annoyed. This chapter is titled Kengo and Nagiharu. What's wrong, Kengo? Well, for the last few days, Nagiharu won't stop talking to me. He's got a freaky vibe and asks a lot about baseball. My performance in the game against Shisen Gakusha wasn't the best, so maybe he's angry? I didn't get a hit. Sorry, Kengo, that's my fault. Our next practice opponent is Chiba Prefecture's champs, Ryukusen High School. That's Kengo's old stomping ground. Kengo once played baseball at the middle school integrated with Ryukusen High. At first they had high hopes for him, but maybe the coaches didn't agree with him because his batting took a nosedive. At first he had the potential to equal the golden generation, but he lost his swing. That must feel awful. Yes, but the game against Ryukusen is a chance for Kengo to get over the past. Kengo taking his first step forward depends on us winning. Got it. In that case, stick close to Kengo until the game. Meanwhile, I'll show you that I can master a new pitch on my own. Maybe he decided that because of his rivalry with his brother, but he's also a horrible busybody. Harukaze warned me once he gets in busybody mode, he never gives up. Oh, that's what happened. I misjudged Nagiharu, and that was wrong of me. I gotta go apologize. You told Nagiharu about Kengo for a reason, right? Well, kind of. I can help Kengo with his batting technique, but I feel like only Nagiharu can give him the push he needs. Is it really that difficult? What are you doing there? Oh, there you are, Aroha. Sitting off to the side is soothing. Well, don't you just need to swing a bat? Not at all. Batting is as sensitive as human emotions. Oh. Anyway, we'll be counting on you next game, Aroha. Okay. If I play... Wait, what? Ibuki, something is wrong with Nagiharu. Oh, that's because Nagiharu has hit a wall. Or maybe he's just dead? Oh, he's moaning so he's alive. But what's he doing? I'm getting nowhere. My rising slider was the decisive pitch against Shisen Gakusha, but beating strong schools from now on will require obtaining at least one more pitch that gets batters to whiff. Dude, this is, I'm not gonna lie, this does make me think of Bungo, because Bungo gets like that too. But, and also the busybody mode, that is very, very much like Bungo. Bungo would literally do the same thing. Also, Sawamura would do the same thing too. But I think, but who would be more annoying though? I think Sawamura would be more annoying than Bungo. Yeah. But the next practice game is in 2 days, and I haven't accomplished squat. So far, he's been in his comfort zone. Mirroring and skipping stones are easy to understand training steps that can lead to success. If the path is... Yay, metaphorical art, thank you! If the path is more difficult, it will require hard work. But he's cool with hard work. This time he's got a gut feeling for the breaking ball he wants, but he doesn't know the way, and that requires a whole other kind of perseverance. It's quite the challenge. A fight with no clear direction? I know something about that. Kengo, you've got power so you can belt them out of the park. Show me broad swings, nice and loose. He hasn't been improving as hoped. He's got the physique, but I used to be a good hitter, but I don't know how to swing anymore. I can't even remember my old swing, my old two swing. The hardest thing isn't when you need to work hard. It's when you're not sure what kind of hard work is necessary. Ibuki, can't you give him any hints? He seems pretty lost. I hear you, but... Alright, I've decided I'll throw away everything I've tried so far. Wait, alright, I've decided I'll, let me read this again, I'm sorry. Alright, I've decided I'll throw away everything I've tried so far. Dude, this face is great. There, he's fine. Dude, this is such a Bungo and Sawamura moment. It's not even funny. Because that would be, like, that is so them. They would totally do it. You sure? He seems off to me. He gets like that when he's determined. Is he really okay? He's determined to throw it all away? The day of the road game. Luckily, another club had a free bus. The power of a principal. Seriously. Is this the place? Yep. Ryukusen High School, home of Chiba's champions. Welcome, Hinazakura High School. I'm Coach Ojima. Pleased to meet you. Oh, same here. Or rather, it's an honor to. Kengo, Nikaido. Have you been well? Yes. Kengo, hanging loose? I've been worried about you, Kengo. When you left Ryukusen, I thought you'd given up on baseball. Matsukasa. Ooh, Kengo hasn't given up. If he had, he wouldn't be such a determined batter. I know because I watch him every morning. Oh, so he's come to prove no. I only came to win. All right. Let's see. At the sports, like, I know Shueisha is trying to find a baseball series for Shonen Jump, because obviously Jump Plus has it. Like, their other publications have it. I mean, Shueisha's publications specifically have it and Bungo is coming back with Bungo and Real at some point. Obviously Kodansha had it with Diamond No Ace. Kodansha's got to figure. Speaking of, baseball series. Kodansha's got to figure out what they're going to do baseball series wise. But like, I want to say almost every one of Shueisha's publications has a baseball series now. Because I think Bungo, if I remember correctly, Bungo is in Young Jump. Yeah, I was right. So Bungo is in Young Jump. Bungo and Real's going to be in Young Jump. Then there's... so Young Jump has two baseball series. Well, one is Bungo, which is now on hiatus, and technically it's finished. And then there's Bungo and Real coming back. Then there's Days of Diamond, which is in Young Jump, and then the other one is Oblivion Battery, which I know I need to read Oblivion Battery, and Oblivion Battery's in Jump Plus, and it's a Manga Plus exclusive, and then and the Day of Diamond is in Young Jump, and I know I need to read that as well. And both I've heard are really, really good. So it's interesting that I think the only publications that I can think of that there's no baseball series in right now for Shueisha is Jump SQ and Giga. Yeah, those are the two main ones that don't have a baseball series. This is if Harukaze Mound survives. I wonder if Bungo and Real's going to go in Jump SQ. That would be very interesting when it comes back. In terms of like the TOC, the Table of Contents rankings, Harukaze Mound is doing pretty decent. I would say that Harukaze Mound is probably going to be the one to survive from this batch. I'd love for Katagami to survive as well. But yeah, right now it seems like for certain, we'll have to see how the volume sales go. But right now it does seem like Harukaze Mound is going to survive. And I have to, part of me wonders, like, even with the volume sales, if Harukaze Mound like still survive anyway, because Shueisha is looking for, Weekly Shonen Jump's baseball series. That's what I wonder. And I have to double check out Oblivion Battery and the Day of Diamond, which I will soon. They're in my TBR. I'm just catching up with a couple of series that I'm behind on because I want to resume coverage of them. But if Harukaze Mound is, because it is kind of in a way giving a little bit of Bungo tease. If it manages to do that, give a little bit of Bungo meets a little bit of Diamond Ace up in there, I think this series will do fine. My issue with it, the writing is okay for Harukaze Mound. It really, again, it just makes me think of Bungo. Because Bungo is that outcast that is adjusting and stuff like that. And Sawamura is an outcast too, but he had more of, his pitching style was already there. He already had his pitching style already established. There we go. Where Bungo did not have his, he was starting from like the very beginning. That's why I kind of, compare Nagiharu to Bungo a lot, is because like Bungo started basically from nothing. He was just pitching a ball, throwing the ball against the wall. That's where his pitching started from. And Bungo started from the ground up, kind of like what Nagiharu started from the ground up. And they both have their unique pitching styles. Now, in terms of the art is heading towards, again, I gotta double check the other series, but it's heading into like the Bungo direction in terms of metaphorical art. But man, I need it to go farther. I don't know why it's like this, but maybe it's just me because I'm spoiled as fuck by Bungo. Again, if you have not read Bungo, why? Go read it. You will thank me for reading Bungo. But Matsura, what's going on? Matsura Sensei, I feel like, especially in terms of the anatomy with some of the with the Reaper anatomy and the Hawk, it's what is going on? Like, are you just, I feel like, not just with that, but like, I feel like for some of the stuff, like, Matsura is holding back. I don't know. Zeno, knock it off. I don't know if it's like, if there's something going, nah, it's been like this since the start. I think there's something going on. I don't know if it's a hesitation thing. I don't know if it's because I don't know if they're working on another project or something. But just something is going on. Some of the movement art, I would say could be a little bit, yeah, I'd say a little bit more fluid. Again, this probably is because I am spoiled by Bungo, but like, I don't think Matsura is going far enough with this. Especially since, based on what we're seeing here with the metaphorical art, it's leaning more so into the Bungo direction. And if you're going to try and go in the Bungo direction, I want to see you go all the way. Like, don't, like, go, like, halfway there and just, like, give me nothing. No, if you're going to go in the Bungo direction, go for it. Go in the Bungo direction. Just go for it, man. Like, I don't... And you know what? I'm going to say this. The mangaka for Bungo, they post how they do their art all the time. And it's so incredible how they do it. And I wish Matsura, I'm telling you, need to go and see how the Bungo mangaka is doing their art. Because I think you could apply it to I think Bungo's art is basically, is mostly hand-drawn. It is. I think there's barely any digital art involved. And he's doing it by himself, too. But yeah, Matsura, I think that's the problem. I think that the problem is that I don't think the art is going as far as I think it can. It's like the potential is there. It is. Like, I see where they're going with it. Again, because I am spoiled by freaking Bungo. And I've seen what the art that Matsura is trying to do. I could see where it's going. I could see its potential. Because I've seen it like in its like final form, you know, with Bungo. I really want to see. I want to see it go further. I could see it. I could see the vision. I could see it go further. Like, I feel like in terms of art, I feel like it needs to be like in the middle between like Bungo and like Captain Tsubasa. Because like, it's like, to me, it's obvious that it's not gonna. If you can't do illustrative realism like in Bungo, then don't do it. Go in a surrealist. Go in it like an illustrative, like surrealism direction or something, like, or just straight up illustrative. Like, if you can't do illustrative realism, like if you can't have like the proper proportions or shit like that, just go in an illustrative direction. Because otherwise it's just going to look so wonky. But maybe that's just me. But I'm very curious what you guys think. The writing, I think the writing could be a lot better. I do. Because right now, not just the art is giving me like, a poor, I hate saying poor man's Bungo, but that's kind of what it is. But the writing is kind of doing it too, in a way. Kind of is. It's not as much. No. I think the writing is kind of given like more of a mixture of Bungo and Diamond No Ace. But like the art though, the art is I think the art is trying too hard to be like Bungo. That's what it is. The art's trying too hard to be like Bungo. That's what I'm getting from it. From this art. It's trying way too hard to be Bungo in terms of the metaphorical art. Don't try to be like Bungo if you can't do it. But let me know what you guys think of the series. I do think this one is going to survive. As I said, I think it's partially because it's doing well in the TOC, and we'll see how the volume sales go. But I think the other thing is because Shueisha wants to have a baseball series in all of their magazines. They got 2 in Young, well, technically 1 in Young Jump right now because Bungo is on break until Unreal comes out. They got Oblivion Battery in Manga Plus, or sorry, in Jump Plus, and now Harukaze Mound here. So, and Weekly Shonen Jump. So, yeah. I'm very curious what you guys think of this series. I think it could just be pushed a little further. I think, from what I've seen with Oblivion Battery and The Day of Diamond, like, I think this one is probably the weakest. Obviously, Bungo's like the strongest of the trio, or of the four. But I think this one is probably, I would say, the weakest. And this is, again, based on what I've seen with Oblivion Battery and The Day of Diamond, which are fantastic. So, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to hit like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kick in so we can keep bringing you more Harukaze Mound content. Viewers, you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.